What's up everyone and welcome back to Mathematical Mindset. So right here we have this 9 square root algebra problem that says the square root of 220 minus 30 into the root of 35. We are to solve for this. So from here we have that the square root of 220 minus 30 into the root of 35 can be expressed as the root of A minus the root of B. Now, this was gotten from the property of nested radicals that says that if we have the root of A plus minus the root of B or square, this is equals to A plus B plus minus 2 into the root of AB. We were able to get this right here from this property. Now, because this property right here contains both rational and irrational components, and the equation given to us right here contains rational and irrational components. That is to say, 220 is the rational component and 30 into the root of 35 is the irrational component. So from here, we were able to express this right here to be equal to this. So we are going to solve using this. So from here right here, all we have to do is to simply square both sides. Alright, so squaring both sides right here, we have that this is going to cancel out the square root. So this becomes 230 minus 30 into the root of 35. And this is equal to the square root of A minus the square root of B or square. Alright, so from here we have this to be 220 minus 30 into the root of 35 is equal to, so if you apply this property of nested radicals, this will be expressed as A plus B minus 2 into the root of AB. So we can easily equate this expression right here into rational and irrational parts. So for the rational part, we have this to be A plus B is equals to 220, and we call this equation 1. And for the irrational part, we have this to be minus 2 into the root of AB is equals to minus 30 into the root of 35, and we are going to call this equation 2. Alright, so from here we want to simply solve for AB. So we're going to say from equation 2, we have this to be minus 2 into the root of AB is equals to minus 30 into the root of 35. Alright, so we want to simply divide both sides by negative 2. So this is going to cancel out this. We have this to be the root of AB is equals to minus cancel minus 30 divided 2 is 15 into the root of 35. Next thing we have to do is to simply square both sides. So this is going to cancel out this. We have AB is equals to 15 square multiply the root of 35 or square. So AB is equals to 15 square is 225 multiply. This is going to cancel out this. So we have this to be 35, and AB is equals to 225 multiplied 35 is going to give us 7,875. So we have AB right here. So hence we can easily rewrite this expression right here. So we want to simply rewrite this expression to be, so you say hence the new expression becomes A plus B equals to 220, and we have that AB is equals to 7,875. So now it is time for us to solve for A and B. So solving for A and B, we want to simply apply the sum and product of the roots of a quadratic equation. So the sum and product of a root of quadratic equations can be expressed as x squared minus into a plus b x plus ab, and this is equals to 0. So from here we have that a plus b is equals to 220, and we have that AB is equals to 7,875. So hence we can, this equation is now giving us x squared minus 220x plus 7,875, and this is equal to 0. So we are going to solve using the quadratic formula. So applying the quadratic formula right here that says x is equals to minus b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all into 2a, and we have that a is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 220, and c is equals to 7,875. So from here we have that x is equals to minus into minus 220 plus minus the square root of b square, we have it to minus 220 all square, minus 4 multiply 1 multiply 7,875 divide 2 multiply a, which is 2 multiply 1. So x is equals to minus times minus is plus, so we have this to be 220 plus minus the square root of minus 220 squared is going to give us 48,400 minus 4 multiply 1 multiply 7,875 is going to give us 31,500 divide 2 multiply 1, we have this to be 2. So from here we have that x is equals to 220 plus minus the square root of 48,400 minus 31,500 is going to give us 169,000 divide 2. So x is equals to 220 plus minus the root of 169,000 is 130, and this is divide 2 right here. So from here we can easily have that x1 is equals to 220 plus 130 divide 2, and x2 is equals to 220 minus 130 divide 2. So we have that x1 is equals to 220 plus 130 is going to give us 350 divide 2, and x2 is equals to 220 minus 130 is going to give us 90 over 2. Alright, so x1 is equals to 350 divided 2 is 175, and x2 is equals to 90 divided 2 is 45. So from here we said source, we have that a is equals to 175 and b is equals to 45. So we have been able to have the values of a and b, but recall that we have the expression that 220 minus 30 into the root of 35 is equal to the root of a minus the root of b, right? So this is equal to the root of a, we have it to be 175 minus the root of b, which is what, 45. And 175 can be expressed as 25 multiplied 7 minus the root of 45 can be expressed as 9 multiplied 5, which is equal to the root of 25 multiply the root of 7 minus the root of 9 multiply the root of 5. So this is equal to the root of 25 is 5 multiply the root of 7 minus the root of 9 is 3 multiply the root of 5. So therefore we have been able to solve for this right here. So hence we have that the square root of 220 minus 30 into the square root of 35 is equal to 5 root 7 minus 3 root 5, and this becomes the final answer. So guys, this is how you can solve this type of question right here. Super easy to solve right here. So guys, if you really like this video, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and do well to subscribe to Mathematical Mindset.